What's going on, everybody? Fitzpatrick Constrictors here. It's okay if you couldn't make it for the live. I'm kind of trying to make this as a kind of video format type thing with discussion afterwards, so bear with me, please. This is something that I've been dreading. For years we always have to fight. Can you have reptiles in this state? Can you have reptiles in that state? And everybody thinks that that might have been the end all for everything. Well, not necessarily, because see, states are really run state per state. You know what I mean? And you have some conservative states, you have not so conservative states, you have a lot of activists in this side and on this side, and it gets kind of crazy when it gets down to it. But the one thing I've been fearing is if they affect the shipping of these animals, because that's what can really affect the reptile community. Now, this ban in New York that they're planning, it just doesn't affect reptiles. It's all sorts of animals. But for sake of time and everything, what we're concerned about mainly is reptiles. And this is a big scare. I don't know if any of you remember this or not, but a few months ago, somebody had some animals shipped to them during the holiday season. They're in the worst week possible, and they had a lot of frozen animals, and they unboxed them. They showed everybody these frozen animals. You know, from one perspective, he's showing you, look, this is what can happen, and this is really helpful information for other breeders out there, people that want to ship animals out. It's really helpful information, and I understand that side of it. But how much of that kind of a video is ammunition for what we're trying to fight for here? You know, when we're talking about fighting against lobbyists, we're talking about millions and millions and millions of dollars that they can just easily throw at this. Now, we have one place that fights for our rights. And right now, I'm going to go ahead and post the link down in here. And you can click on that at any time you want, even right now. Don't listen to another word I say, it's fine with me. And you can go send a donation to USARK, because this is the only place that actually fights for our reptile rights. And they are tiny, super tiny. I was listening to a podcast the other day. I think it was actually Brian Barczyk talking, and that's not a podcast that I actually listen to often. Not that I have anything against Brian, but he said something that I've been screaming forever. I've been saying, like, we can't fight people that have enough money to. Or, to give you an idea, the closest lobbyists that we have in this bill, they said that they spend just as much in postage with stamps and envelopes as USARK has to fight our battles with total. So how do you win against that? And what can we do now? And I've been sitting here thinking, like, well, what can we do differently? There's a lot of stuff that we do and we put out. Like, is some of the stuff that we put out on videos, is some of that part of the problem? I mean, can it be part of the problem? I know that there's some videos that I haven't uploaded because I was like, wow, that's just a little too gruesome. Feeding big girl, she comes out, hammers a rat, rips it in half, and you see half a rat. And this is a pre-killed an hour or so before, not even an hour before, rat. And I decided I'm not going to put that on video because that kind of that makes people think that these snakes are vicious and wicked. And I'm really not wanting to put that off. It's very rare that something like that happens. I choose not to put that out there because I'm afraid that might be ammunition to be used against us as a whole. So what does that mean? We don't own our YouTube channels. We can delete our videos, but once we put them out there, I mean, really anybody can grab them. We don't own them. YouTube does, Google does. So we can't really just be like, well, freedom of speech. We're saying what we want. Feeding videos are a perfect example. I don't have a problem with feeding videos. Somebody recently said, oh, Fitz don't like feeding videos. Well, it's not that I don't like feeding videos, but I don't see painters getting on YouTube to watch other painters paint houses. You know what I'm saying? I feed twice a week here. I see it all the time. I've seen just about a snake just about eat everything. And 90% of it, it's just everyday stuff. So that's why I don't watch those videos. I usually watch a video of maybe somebody who's just learning in, just getting in, and I'm kind of watching what angle that they're coming in and what they're learning. And I've learned a lot of really cool little tips from newer breeders, I would say, to be honest with you. So I watch a lot of that. I see how they're growing. That interests me. So I watch that kind of stuff. I watch reptile videos where I might learn something. I might be like, hey, I'm really trying to figure out this angle and I'm going to watch this. So it's not that I don't like feeding videos. It's just that I see it all the time. The lawn guy doesn't watch lawn mowing videos, unless they're trying to learn something from it or something like that. So that said, feeding videos are super entertaining. They get millions of views and all that. So, but where's the line? And do we even know the line? So I'm not making a judgment here. I'm asking questions that I think we all should be asking. How much of this is our responsibility? And if the place that's fighting for us don't have enough of money to fight for us, then we have to do something. It comes back to policing ourselves. And I sat up all night with this on my mind, and I'm like, if I don't do this live, I'll make 1,000 videos before I put it out. I'm better off just going right from the heart, spitting it out there, and mispronouncing words and all the other things, just to have a few people maybe open their eyes. Here's a little something for you. It's around $1.2 billion in the reptiles industry annually. Okay, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money for a small community, right? That's a lot of money. Well, PETA works at about $13 million annually. That's a lot less money. You don't have to really know math to figure that out. That's a lot less money. Okay. How much can we do? What should we do? Should I, at some point, be putting a little bit more money into USARK so that they have a little bit better foundation? Now, I also want to say this. So I want to say this right now. I'm not a super big fan of USARK. I'm a fan of them. I'm not a giant fan, just like the NRA. I'm a firearm guy. I got firearms right next to my hands on it right now. I'm not going to pull it up. YouTube would love that. Big firearm guy. But the NRA puts in very little in comparison to the lobbyists around it that are trying to stop it. So it comes down to, if we're not going to donate a bunch of money to USARK, if we're going to spend $1.2 billion on new snakes and enclosures and all this cool stuff, which, guys, I'm guilty. I'm one of you, okay? I'm in the same side. I'm just saying it out loud is the only difference. We're spending $1.2 billion annually in reptiles. And somehow PETA with $13 million annually is kicking USARK's ass because they're not getting the donations that they really would need. I don't know if people really understand how big of a deal that is, but it's a big deal. And I'm going to say something that's really sucking right now, because this reptile thing was my retirement. This is how I could spend my last, so many golden years, something that you can really keep up with into your older age. As long as you try and stay active and stuff, you can really do this for a long time. And that's my plan. 5-year plan was to be a small business. I'm there, a very small business. I wouldn't even call it a business, but I'm trying. But my 10-year is that I will be able to have a small retirement, maybe my wife in 10 years could be working part-time for another 5 or 10 years and be done with what she does. She works 1 million hours. I've seen she just joined. Everybody say hello, 2 months, be 3. That's my wife. Now she's going to throw me all off. But I'm bringing this to you all because what can we do? And I want to make this video short too, so that people can come back and watch it. And I don't think it's like this ain't monumental video or nothing, but in our community, let's think about that for a minute. We spend $1.2 billion on new snakes and all this stuff, and somehow we can't help out USARK a little bit more. So even though I'm not the giant fan of USARK, I don't think they fight all the battles I would like them to fight. They're the only ones we have, and I'm going to make an effort to do more of that. So that's my plans, and that's all I can tell you, because I think, in all honesty, I think we're going to lose it. I think we're going to lose this. And once the shipping's gone, we're done. Do you think you're going to go to all the reptile shows that are going on? Because there's not very many going on. And the ones that are going on are very small, This will kill the business faster than all these other things. And like I said, I'm just asking questions. What's our responsibilities? Sometimes you put out a video that you think is a good video, and you're going to get a lot of views, but at the same time, should you put that one video out? Sometimes feedings go wrong, and these are the things I'm talking about. Like I said, people watch these feeding videos. It's interesting. Snakes dislocate their jaw, how they move around this large object to be able to swallow it. It's very interesting. I swear, when I was growing up, they were very interested. I couldn't believe that this could happen. It was so amazing to watch, and I understand that. But we should make better decisions, in my opinion, and you guys can have your right to your opinions, and I'll totally back you up for it, so don't get mad. But we should make better decisions. When we make a video, something kind of goes wrong, something's a little bit, I know we want to try and be honest and real, but that's my question, I guess. That's where I'm torn. When we're being honest and real, is that ammunition for this side to use against us? Because trust me, when that guy bought those reptiles, had them shipped from a good breeder to another good breeder, and I'm saying quotations because I don't know Billy and all them. I don't know any of them, and I have nothing against him. The guy's got some amazing stuff. I've seen some of his videos, and I'll tell you, he has that energy. He's one of those YouTube guys that are doing it, but I don't know him. But putting that out there, he's showing you like, look, I'm upset. This is a horrible thing, and it's like a warning. Be careful. Don't do this. But at the same time, this is the ammunition. We're like, look, we can't have him ship animals. And I actually said it when that video came out. I said it in one of y'all's lives that this is going to come back and get us. And if it gets us on the shipping end, that's game over. So I don't know. You all think about it. Tell me what you think. I'm going to open that up for a discussion for a few seconds again. I was trying to kind of keep this short just to so the other people have a chance to come back and watch this later on. And I think it's a good topic. I think it's important. I think it should be scary. I mean, I understand for the hobbyist, maybe it isn't as scary for you, but it's scary. What's going on, Hector? Thank you, man. You're like right there. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's the truth. New York has a lot of really bad laws all the way around. I don't think we can do enough to stop the ban either, and that's what I'm saying. Only because I mean, I understand numbers. I understand numbers better than I understand making videos for sure. And when I see what we spend annually on reptiles here, $1.2 billion on new snakes, and PETA only has a $13 million annual money run, and they can wipe us all up and down and take us out. I'm just saying that I think if you can, you should donate a little bit more to USARK and make that more of a annual thing. I just think it's a good idea. So, and anything comes in this video, Low Life Exotics, thank you, man. And any money that comes in this, I have to find somebody that can help me figure this out, how to do the math and all that stuff. Any donation comes the month of this month on Super Chats, I have a little bit saved up for giveaways and stuff, will definitely go towards USARK. So we will figure out the math. Somebody can back check it for me so that it all goes where it's supposed to go. And again, I'm not a super big fan of USARK. I don't think they fight in the areas that I would like them to. But then again, I'm not behind the notes and the numbers and all the stuff that they have. But they are definitely the best we have. And maybe they would be fighting for all the things that I like too, if they had the money to do it. And I think that we've kind of lost enough. And if we go any farther, we're going to lose more than we can dig out of. And we might already be there. I'm being totally honest. And Hector, thank you for joining. Just for the fact that you're a New Yorker, and Heather as well as a New Yorker, and you all are being affected with this and going to be affected with this. Not that you haven't been affected in 2020 enough, especially you, Hector. We wanted to talk about, I know your business outside of the snake thing, man. I know how bad business has been, man. And what another blow. And please ask yourself, how much of this is our fault, or what can we do? Because I'm asking myself, I've done some stuff. I made a video where I told people I'm looking at the thermostat that said 93 degrees, but I know that it equated to 88 degrees at the belly heat. But I'm trying to throw out a video because I'm so slick, and I actually said what was on the thermostat instead of what the belly heat actually was with the tent gun. And I put that video out there, and I could have hurt some of these animals. I could have had a whole crap season because they had a bunch of slugs because of what I said in my video, but not what I meant to say. Like, these are our responsibilities, and it's so easy to do. So please be responsible making your videos. I'm not downing nobody with your feeding videos at all. And I know somebody said, oh, he doesn't like feeding videos. It's not, I'm not PETA. I don't have nothing against that. I just see it all the time type thing. So I hope that straightens that out. But then again, we still have to ask ourselves what we can do. And right now we need to do everything we can do, because like Hector even said, and I said prior to Hector jumping in there, I don't know if we're going to get out of this. But again, I'm going to keep it short. Does anybody want to have anything to say or anything? I don't want to take up too much time. I want people to be able to come back and watch this. And if it's a real long video, they won't. Feel free to share. If you can say it better, make a video and do it, please. Please. I can murder the English language. And honey, thank you for stopping in. You should probably get some sleep. All right. Well, please, anybody get a chance to watch it later, watch it. I'm just asking questions. You know what I mean? Maybe something I said will help you out. Keep in mind, I hate to throw this plug in there, but my good friend Iron Dog Reptiles is going on live tonight on his channel with his pal Justin from My Animal House, and they're going to do the Iron Animal Show, and they have some pretty exciting news that they're going to share with everybody. So I'm going to throw a link in real quick for that. So please definitely go check that out. And one more shameful plug, because I told my boy I'd do it, and I like him. Again, if you're not going to support USARK and throw them a few bucks, and you want to buy something, if I can find his thing, here we go. Sorry, I'm so bad with computers. This is my boy Sean over there, Old Troy City Reptiles. He has a raffle going on for a spot nose, 100% het clown male, proven breeder. I've seen the babies, it's pretty cool. And it's $20 spot, only a few spots left. And I know Sean donates to the USARK. And I also know that Iron Dog Reptiles, as well as Justin, do their part as well. So if you're not going to support any of the USARK stuff, feel free to check them out. Honey Reptiles, thank you. This is going back to you, brother. I'm from New York, born in New York, raised until I was 15. Lived in the Bronx, lived in upstate New York. I would go back if the gun laws were better and you could protect yourself. And now this is just another reason why I couldn't live there. But definitely want to do my part because this is going to affect all of us. New York, that is the heart. Okay, so once the heart goes, it takes seconds. You can have stuff happen in California and people just say it's just a bunch of crazy leftists, blah, never going to happen on our side and we can hold out for a long time. But when it happens in New York, the heart, it goes fast. Just ask any video game developer or any of them. That's why they send it out there first. All right, everybody, thank you so much. Again, I will count up these donations. Let me go back and just count them up so that I can kind of keep track of these. And again, YouTube takes some money too. I don't know how that works, but I promise you, we're doing live and we're donating everything live, whatever it is. Maybe I'll be able to throw in a little extra at this time too. But thank you all for joining. I will definitely be at the live tonight. Chris, Iron Dog, Justin, all y'all. Thank you. And please go check out Honey Reptiles and get him to his goal because listen, if they can't ship reptiles, then I'm going to have to drive my ass all the way to New York and get this, which I will do when I win his snake. So you can go check him out as well. He's in there. I don't have his link handy. Take care. Love y'all. See me. Bye. Oh, I hope I didn't murder that and make it just a big bunch of jumble of words.